Hi guys, so welcome back, and this time we'll again talk about the decount function. And for those who are watching this video for the very first time and who are watching this my channel for the very first time, just wanted to tell you that we are actually in the we are actually working on the D series, and we are going to learn step by step. We are learning actually decount function, D max function, and dsum function. So dcount a and dcount a is also something which is still pending, and I'll upload the videos. So far 2 videos are already uploaded, and this is my playlist. You can go and watch under this playlist. Go to my channel, click on my name, and just when you get this see this option playlist, you can watch these 2 videos so far which are uploaded. And so this is going to be the third video, and in this video we'll go to the next level and we'll talk about the use of wild characters like the star and the question mark, right? So star actually means that though I have uploaded the other functions as well, I've uploaded a couple of videos which has functions like sum if, count if, with the use of this wild characters. But let me just repeat that in case if you haven't watched those videos. The star means that it can actually hold n number of characters, okay? And if I write a question mark, then one question mark means one character, and if I write a 2 question marks, then that means that they are going to hold 2 characters. They can hold 2 characters, right? So this is on this principle we are going to do some amazing work today. And so I want to count names. Let me just change this to name. We want to count names which starts with, let's say, equals to, this is how you write the function, which starts with the J, let's say the J alphabet, and thereafter whatever. So that's why I'm going to write it as a J star. So star will have n number of characters, doesn't really matter, but the very first character has to be J, right? It's a case insensitive, so no problem at all. And if you want to see that who has done the sales, maybe let's say greater than $50, but the name should be starts with the J, then this is how you can set up your criteria. So now we are looking for people whose name starts with the J and have done the sales more than 50 in this database, right? So how are you going to write it? This is how you write. You're going to give the database. Watch the previous part, guys, in case if you're not familiar with this. Let me just still explain this to you. So we are looking for the 3 parameters. One is the database parameter, and the second field and the criteria. So database means the table wherein you have your all data, the entire data stored, and this field is actually the field which you're supposed to write. So in this when you use the D count, you need to ensure that header should not be having a header, whatever the header you're going to write here, it should not represent any text. For example, the name, in this case you can't write the name here, right? You need to write, either you write sales or you write year. That's both the options are fine. And in this criteria, that's a criteria is actually the major part of this D series, these D functions, because setting up the correct criteria and knowing that what all you are supposed to take care while writing the criteria is the first and the is actually the foremost thing you need to keep in mind. For example, now in this case I have built this criteria, so you're supposed to know that the headers should be the same exactly. It should actually match with this main header. So if there would be some spelling mistake, if I'm going to write here names instead of name, then this is not going to work. Similarly, when you write the criteria, now this J and this 50, because they are in front of each other, then that means this is more of a like a AND function. So at the same time, this function will not only look for the J names which start with the J, but their value should also be greater than 50, right? I'll come to OR condition further. Let's first execute this and see the results. So I don't have any name which starts with the J, but at the same time having the sales greater than 50, right? So as I can see here, I have the Jason Jerry, but the sales amount is quite less. So maybe we can try to increase this by 7. So we got the answer 1, right? and similarly we can try to increase this as well, 99, so we'll get the 2. So this is how, with the help of the while character, you can actually do a lot of stuff. Right now, imagine if I'm going to drag this here. Okay, what do you think, what would be the situation now if I give this a criteria? Then how would this, decount gonna work? So when you write the criteria like this is more of a, independent criteria. So you want to count the names which starts with the J having no sales criteria, and at the same time you also want to count names where you have the sales greater than 50, right? So let's build this function dcount. I'm selecting this database, and then I'm going to give the sales or year, whatever you want to write. And here comes the major part. Now I'm going to select this and I'm going to press enter. So I have got the 6 records out of these 11 ones. So let us check one by one. So I have got here 2 names which starts with the J, and I don't think so there is any other name which starts with the J. Perfect. And let's talk about the greater than 50 now. So greater than 50 I have here. So this is going to be third record, and this is going to be my fourth record, and this is going to be my fifth record, and this is going to be my sixth record, and rest of the all, they are not meeting this criteria, right? So this is how, these things actually works when you want to combine the 2 things together, or when you want to, work on OR condition. So what it has done is it has first counted this criteria, and then it has counted this criteria. While counting this criteria, these elements are not going to be recounted. Just remember that, because Jason and Jerry are already counted. So for the rest of the condition which is greater than 50, it will actually exclude them because they are already counted. So this is how you can actually use the decount with the while characters. And so maybe you can do some more stuff, like you can let me create some columns here, and so maybe you can do this stuff that let's say you want to say a names which contains, let's say, alphabet R, which contains, so R alphabet could be on any side, right? So what you're going to write here is star R star and then the quote, right? That's how you will actually write. And let me just press equals to as well. Alright, perfect. Now let us see that what result I'm going to get here. And let me just put one more criteria, maybe year, and year has to be, let's say, greater than 2005, right? So we want to count those names which has our alphabet as a part of the name, and the year should also be greater than 2005. So both the conditions should go together. They are not independent of each other. This is something you need to understand. If I'm going to drag this 2005 here, then definitely we would be telling Excel to calculate all the names which has R, and at the same time to calculate name which has year greater than 2005, excluding this one, because this will have been already counted by the time we are going to count this greater than 2005, right? So let me just put this back here, and now let's start the decount function. That's my database. What is my field? So I can even say field number 2 instead of writing within the quotes, right? That's one of the same thing. Now the criteria is this. Let's just press enter, and there is no entry. So can we check? So Andy, let me first make them unbold. Alright, Andy doesn't have R, Jason no, Jerry, yeah, it has, and the year is not greater than 2005. So what next? We don't have any other character which has R alphabet, or maybe I can have, if I'm gonna change this to this Ruhi and I'm gonna change this year, let's say to 2013, I'll get this changed to 1, right? So this is how, guys, you can do a lot of stuff. Possibly this is just a kind of a dummy data, so you might be interested in checking the plurals, the plurals in the sense, like suppose let me just write here some food item here. Okay, so let's just write, and so this is maybe a database for some shop, confectionery shop, where you can go and purchase this. And so and so what if you want to check that how many elements are there which are plural, and the sale is greater than actually $100, let's say, right? So how we're gonna do that is the end of the alphabet has to be S if it is going to be a plural, right? So what you will do is you will put this star, and at the end you'll say S, right? And let's just put equals to here. So this is how your function will work. And if you want to write the sales, you can also give the criteria of the sales equals to and greater than, let's say, 40. And now you come here and you can write the dcount function. Database, this is going to be my database. My field is second, and the criteria is this. Press enter. So you don't have any element. You have the pizzas. It's not greater than 40. Let me just change this to 77. You can see here that I'm getting the result here as 1, right? And similarly for this, if I increase this to 88, 99, this will be done. So this is how you can do a lot of stuff with this dcount function, especially when you combine them with these special characters like these. Then it really actually makes a lot of sense. It becomes very powerful, right? So in my next video I'll talk about some more wide characters, the combinations of star and question mark, and if you want to use this question mark, then how can you use with this database, right? So thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and thank you so much for appreciating my all videos. And I'm very much happy with the fact that day by day more and more people are joining with the channel and they are promoting. So let me know in case if you have any concerns, or if you would like to know anything about the Excel in the VBA, let it be a training. So that's my email ID. You can just write me in and I will be more than happy to assist you, right? By the way, once again, I have started this Dcount series. With this, there is another series which I have started, what if analysis. It is more of a goal seek function, analytical tool, very powerful tool. Just watch that. And people often has this complaint that they really not finding any place where they can learn the dashboards, how you make the Excel dashboards. So this is where I have uploaded so far the 5 videos. So just go and watch all those videos one by one, from the basic to the intermediate and the advanced level. And I promise I keep on uploading some more videos as in the coming times. So till then, I'll come up with another video. Stay fit and good day. Thank you so much.